All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy CMB checking in. And guys, I wanted to talk a little bit more about Tim Tszyu, and I would say his psyche leading up to this fight with the American Joey Spencer. That fight set to take place April the 6th in Australia. And I would say it's sort of a, crossroads fight for Tim Tszyu, coming off of those back-to-back losses. And he has to win this fight. He has to win this fight. The pressure is on for Tim Tszyu. But before I do that, let me first congratulate Gervonta Tank Davis and Lamont Roach on their successful pay-per-view. I saw that Dan Raphael reported that they did over 260K pay-per-view buys. And to be quite frank with you guys, I really didn't think it would do that well, being that, Lamont Roach wasn't a guy that was well known outside of the hardcore boxing space. And I talked about, how I didn't think that fight would do well leading up to that fight. So two things I've learned from this. Number one is that I'm not always right. And number two, Gervonta Tank Davis is a draw, even without a opponent that's not that well known. So he can make money in these trying times. You guys know times are hard out here. People aren't willing to spend their money just on anything. But Gervonta Tank Davis, he's a larger than life character, and most of the time he delivers knockouts, and I think that's why people will always gravitate towards his fights. But anyway, let's get back to Tim Tszyu, guys. Like I said, he's in somewhat of a crossroad fight, and the strange thing, I would say the interesting thing about Tim Tszyu is his meteoric rise so quickly at the 154-pound division. You guys know he was the WBO interim champion, and he was elevated to the regular champion due to the fact that they stripped Jermell Charlo after he lost to Canelo Alvarez. And Tim Tszyu was like that boogeyman guy. Everybody was talking about Tim Tszyu. He was the next big thing, and just as fast as he rose, he fell so quickly. And it's always painful to watch that as a boxing fan, just seeing a guy, at the top, and then, all of a sudden he's down at the bottom, and, the fans turn on you. The once fans that were all behind you, now they're doubting you, and, everybody's saying that you're a one-dimensional fighter. I'm sure it's tough on his mindset and on his psyche. And I kind of saw that at the face-off with him and Joey Spencer about a day ago. I kind of read into their body language. Now, I could be wrong about this, but I saw a guy, when he was staring at Joey Spencer, he just looked unsure of himself. I wouldn't say he was as much as intimidated by Joey Spencer, but I think it was something more about himself, that he was unsure of himself. And that's, that's believable after coming off of two losses like that. Those were brutal fights that he was in, those two fights. I could see his confidence being shook in something like that. But I think he's got to get his head in the game. And I do think he needs to add new wrinkles to his game. I did talk about that, not loading up on your punches, not trying to get, a fighter out of there in 1 to 2 shots. You can't do that with everybody. You always need a skill set to fall back on. And that's where I think he needs to, incorporate a jab more, start using more footwork, stop loading up on the shots, throw combinations, go to the body, just be more defensively responsible. There's a lot of things he needs to work on there. And I think, Joey Spencer is the perfect fighter to stretch out and try to add new wrinkles to his game before trying to fight these elite guys once again. Now, looking at Joey Spencer at that face-off, he looked confident to me. He looked like, a guy that knows that he's going to go in there and wreck shop. I saw that coming off of him, oozing off of him, as opposed to Tim Tszyu looking like, he just wasn't sure of himself. And that's what I saw. But Tim Tszyu may surprise us. We just don't know. But I'm interested in knowing what you guys think. You guys who actually watched the face-off, what did you think about Tim Tszyu's body language? I just think that he didn't look confident. But we'll see come April 6th. You know, I don't want to count Tim Tszyu out. You know, a lot of times when your back's against the wall, you know, the best version of yourself may come out. But we'll see. But you guys let me know what you think about it in the comment section. Tim Tszyu, do you think he looks shook? Do you think he looked unconfident? Do you think he can pull this off with Joey Spencer? You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.